What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let me know if you guys could hear me okay. Good to see everybody. Steve Woods, what's going on? We got Alice in Silverland about to go clean her filthy body. We've got Budget Bullion. We got 2 is 1. This is the first time I think I've ever done like a back-to-back live stream like this, where I've done a like a members only stream like this, followed by an auction. So Steve Woods, I could see you. Florida Stacker, what's going on, buddy? Royal Stacker is here. And I think how this is actually working is that the general public who are subscribed to the channel, they can see the stream. They just cannot actually participate in the chat unless they are members. I think that's how this whole thing works. But right after this at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the live auction. So yeah, Philly B is here. Roger S, good to see you. Mark Chase, good to see you. Jonathan Reese, Dove Season, Donnie, aka Deadpool, is here. I'm all amped up on Mountain Dew. I threw some of Grandpa's Chips War medals off the bridge. Sounds good, Brass Junkie. No idea what you're talking about, but sounds awesome. So, my friends, 2 is 1 with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Much appreciated. And we got DOA. What's going on, DOA? By the way, guys, DOA, if you don't know, he is going to be the guest on Guido and my show, the heavy metal show, in 2 weeks. So you guys are going to want to tune in. Guido finally got a new computer. So he is most likely going to host the stream on his end, which will be a lot of fun. Oh, it's from Talladega Nights. Never saw it. Never saw it. And any of you who are content creators and possibly interested in becoming a guest on one of the heavy metal shows with Guido and myself, just shoot either of us an email and we could try to work something out with you. Can't promise anything. All depends on what we have planned for that show in particular and whatnot. But yeah, let us know. Eden20, what is going on? Eden20, he follows me on Instagram. Guys, if you are one of the higher level members of the channel, you could definitely hit me up on Instagram or email me, ask me questions regarding any upcoming releases or stuff that I would sell or not sell. Lord knows that Eden20 is hitting me up all the time, taking full advantage of that higher paid membership. Hopefully, I'm able to help you and steer you in the correct direction, Eden20. We've got Enrico is here. What's going on, Enrico? You got rid of the Buta on the end of your name. Enrico Buta. We got Te Manchild Jones is here. Te Manchild Jones. Mask Man is here. Haven't seen you in a while, Mask. Good to see you. When is the new Black Flag going to be released? I am not sure, actually, Dove Season. However, last night, those of you that may have missed... Hey, Ron, what's going on? Those of you that may have missed last night's heavy metal show, I am currently in the process of possibly having an interview with the CEO of AppMex. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. I might be able to ask him on the auction, or not auction, which I say, what am I trying to say? The interview, I could try to press him for maybe some details on any upcoming releases. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland is saying, wow, yeah, I'm excited for it. And tomorrow I actually have another interview that's posting. It's a premiere with one of the mining companies, and it's Newfound Gold. And you're going to want to tune in for that one. It's always interesting to get different people's takes on precious metals, especially in this very wacky environment that we are in. So it's going to be a good interview, to say the least. Tell Mr. Atmex we said hi, says Brass Junkie. Ask the guy at Atmex about Yankees concerns. You know, I missed the entire thing, or I completely forgot about the whole thing with Yankee. Some people tried to fill me in that I guess Yankee had some sort of promotion worked out with AppMex and then gave it to his members, and then AppMex, I guess, canceled the orders or something to those to that effect. Not entirely certain. Allison Silverlane, thank you so much. She's saying you are killing it with content, Stormy. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate your kind words and encouragement. It is exciting for me anyway to land, little, interviews and connections like that with some of those businesses, because that means that they're starting to take notice of the channel, which is cool. You saw that LPM, they gave me a free shipping code, which was like $40 off to all of my subscribers. Like 20 something people used the code that one night and it expired. The story is just that AppX had some silver proof sets up for sale under Spot, and Yankee found out about it soon, so he advertised on his channel and people like me bought a bunch. Amex ended up canceling all those orders when Spot went up the next day by $1. Oh. Urbash, I saw that. POTUS loves Amex. They gave Trump gold bars to pay for leasing some space in one of his buildings, if I'm not mistaken. LPM free shipping code does not work anymore. I know. It was like, you had to use it that night, and like people jumped all over it. It was like 20 something people used it. Ooh, Enrico, that's no good. Speaking of Atmex, they sent my peanuts order and one of the TEPs was damaged. Did you call them? Look up, says ECP. Wish you would interview me. Wait. You just did. That's right, guys. Last night, ECP was on the show. Finson is here. ECP was the first guest on the heavy metal show. So it was fun to have him on there. We were asking him a whole bunch of wacky questions. Jules says, you saved me on shipping. But yeah, and decided it was more beneficial to cancel the orders than it was to fulfill them, even though it was technically a binding contract that they had when they sold them to us. Yeah, that's no good, to say the least, Alice in Silverland. I'm curious as to what they cited was the reason for the cancellation, because I doubt that they could have said, due to the crazy spot price fluctuation, we have to cancel the orders. You should ask your guests their favorite adult beverage. That's a good question to ask them. ECP was the only person not hiding behind a bucket or pasta, says Herbash. The one thing about Director of Awesome, he doesn't hide. He shows his face. Director of Awesome, I'm telling you guys, Director of Awesome's got a great presence, and Guido agrees. And I've had a lot more interaction with DOA than Guido has, but Guido agreed with me that DOA would be a good guest for the second show. The second guest, I should say, on the show. I started to follow ECP due to him being on last night, says Deadpool. Look at that, ECP. Donnie Pool's following you, ECP, because of that. Amex paid Trump in gold. That is awesome. Yeah, I forget how many gold bars, and Donald Trump was like, this is excellent. I'll always take gold to lease some space. Amex, thank you for leasing space using the gold bars. That's a very horrible, terrible impersonation. I know. Let me see. What's going on with this thing? Why is it doing that? I gotta move this. Gotta move it that way. Those like scrolling super chat bars and stuff along the bottom, they always like change on me. The other thing too, which is weird with Streamlabs, is when I close like Streamlabs, like I'm done using it, like it screws with all of my audio stuff and the mixers and all that stuff. Director of Awesome, I was just saying nice things about you. I told Bigfoot about you too today, by the way, says ECP. Crown Apple and Sprite, says Urbash. For me, I'm having anxiety. Why are you having anxiety, Director of Awesome? They said the reason for the cancellation was due to an error in their part pricing it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I can't think of a time that I've had an order canceled on me like that. In fact, Brent Dewey, he cleaned me out on my website when Spot had those crazy dips, and when spot prices went up, and I didn't have any time to really change the pricing of the items on my website, and Brent Dewey went in and like ransacked my entire like supply. He cleaned me out. I was like, dude, what are you doing to me? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to cancel it? I'm like, no, fair's fair. I'll still make my money on it. But like everybody had gone up. This is when they were like doing like kookaburras for like $42, stuff like that. And I didn't have the opportunity or the time to go and change every price on the items on my website. I wish there was like an easier way to do it where I could just do like a blanket like price change, but there isn't. Stormy's the best. He sold me his only Queen Anne. Who does that other than somebody who is awesome? Thank you, Aloha. Yeah, the thing with Aloha and I sold him my Queen Anne's Revenge, and I accidentally sent him a Royal Fortune, and he texted me. He's like, dude, you sent me the Royal Fortune by mistake. And I'm like, crap, I only have one Queen Anne's left, and it's mine from my own collection. And so I just sent it to him, and he sent me back the Royal Fortune. Bullion Bear says Wild Turkey on the Rocks. My favorite adult beverage, guys, would probably have to be an IPA. Yes, ECP is exactly right. By the way, guys, keep this in mind. And ECP gets this completely. So does Guido, myself. Any of you, Sierra Nevada, I like Sierra Nevada Torpedo IPAs, Aloha. Those are good. I do like Trogs Brothers are good. Steve Wood says, I got hooked on the triangle coins thanks to Stormy. Going back to the point that ECP and I were talking about, this is something that you guys, and I think a lot of you do understand this also. When you have to think, put yourself in the shoes of a bullion dealer, or let's say an auctioneer or somebody that's on Instagram selling. Let's say right now, as you know, premiums, they've come down a little bit, but they're still kind of high. A few months back, you could not get silver. You could not get gold. I mean, it was really difficult to get your hands on the stuff. And if you recall, the premiums were astronomically high. And so the bullion dealers, they're buying it at high prices. ECP, myself, other individuals, we were, buying the silver and the gold at the same high prices. And then if the spot prices dip drastically, it doesn't make any sense for the bullion dealers or myself or ECP or any of us to sell at ridiculously low prices. So a lot of people, they get annoyed when you see, if you remember how spot prices have been hovering in like the mid-teens for a long time. Silver Eagles were costing only $17, $18. We all got accustomed to those prices. And our expectation is, as the spot price dips, so do those premiums. As they go up, so do the premiums. But we kind of saw, how the real supply chain can affect the supply and demand and can affect those premiums. And so when you see that happen, a lot of the bullion dealers, so like APMEX, Provident, JM, they have to keep their costs. They have to keep their premiums high. So I know a lot of people get upset when they see such a big discrepancy in both the spot price and the premiums over it. But guys, you have to remember, they have been buying that metal at higher prices too. So they can't operate at a loss. And so that's why you see a lot of those dips, right? When a lot of people are saying, what's up, Vikings? When a lot of people are saying, I bought the dip, I'm buying the dip. Sometimes the dips aren't real dips. The only way that the dips can benefit you is if they are actually long sustained. We're talking like 28, 30 day long dips. They have to stay low because you have to have the entire supply chain kind of work itself out, right? You have to have all of the prices for the refining of it, the mining of it, all of that stuff has to kind of go in tandem. So when you have like a skyrocket or like a crazy drop, it affects those premiums, and that's why that happens. So anyhow, Brass Junkie says my LCS honors the dips. It's hard. My LCS will go in line with the dips. If the prices go down, they'll go down too, but not too much. They unfortunately they can't really give stuff away per se. My auctions in the very, very beginning of that really crazy time back in March, April, and May, when everybody couldn't get their hands on stuff, and the spot price dropped to like what was it, guys? $12. I was able to sustain and ride out those few months there because I was actually in the process of selling off a major stake of my own collection. So I had purchased at Lowe's and I was still able to turn a profit because I was in early. Old Silver says my LCS is apparently well hedged. He honors the dip prices and cuts deals for cash. That's great. 50 likes at Silver Streak. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you again for being here. That last video that I posted, called, what was it called? The warning to all silver and or precious metal stackers. That video did very well. I appreciate all of you for watching it. I was just talking about the silver pumpers and the gold pumpers and all those guys. Also, just to note, December 16th is going to be the holiday auction. I do not think I will be doing an auction on December 23rd, being that it is so close to the holiday. That's going to kind of be left in the air. But right now, the real holiday auction for me is going to be December 16th. Some of you saw that in the newsletter. And if you haven't watched the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway video, you need to go back and watch it. It's the one where I, let's try to find it for you guys. You have to make sure that you watch it. And there is a hidden giveaway that is going to be there as well. This one here. Let me share my screen with you guys. Where is the share screen? Share screen. Display capture. Where is the display capture? There it is. Oh, I have to move it. Hold on a second, guys. Let me move this up. Up we go. If I put it up there. All right, right here. Right here, this one. Right there, 4,000. What is it called? I just spent $4,000 at a coin shop. What did I get this time? That is the video that you're going to want to watch. This is the one that you can get the, the clues on how to win. What have we got? 470 comments on that one. Good Lord. That's a lot. My prize for the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway is 7 Barber Dimes because I'm on the 7th day of this giveaway. And I will be giving away something else also. So that's the one you want to watch. And those of you that are not currently paid members of the channel, but you are watching, you want to make sure you become a member. You'll be able to chat in these kind of members only chats. And it's a lot of fun. Let me close this off. Question to you guys who are in the chat right now. What do you think about me doing these every so often before the actual auction, these members only streams before the actual auction at 8 p.m. Usually it's the countdown. I could probably do the auction at I could do these at 7:15 till 7:45, then do the countdown for 15 minutes and then start at 8, something like that. Aloha says, I like it. This is fun. I bet it motivates people to join, says Alice. I know, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I'll show up sometimes, says Brass. I think it works well doing it before, says Coin Brothers. You do, you Buster Brown, says Ted Jones. Maybe add some buy it nows. You can't, Herbash. You can't tie monetary gain and items like that and giveaways and things like that with memberships. It's against YouTube policies. Member chats are cool, says Dove. Do it and then give a special giveaway to entice others. I can't, Royal Stacker, unfortunately. Otherwise I would be doing that sort of thing left and right. But it is in YouTube's user policies, especially with channel memberships. They say that you cannot do giveaways because I guess they view that as a pay to play type of scenario. Y'all do giveaways, says 2 is 1. Y'all do giveaways. I don't know why I made that person's voice sound like that. Farting Northwest is against YouTube guidelines, but you still do that, says Ted Jones. See what I said? He is a man-child. Blasphemy to YouTube, says Royal Stecker. Off with YouTube's head, says Royal Stecker. YouTube drools on itself, says Jonathan Reese. What? Stormy is so mean to me, says Ted Jones. Oh, Doyle rules, says ECP. What was I going to say to you guys also? Oh, I remember. ECP has seen it, and I don't think anybody else within the chat has seen this, but the brand new challenge coin design has been submitted to Signature Coins for a quote, and I think you guys are going to love it. Love it. And ECP was cracking up when he saw it. And I'll tell you this, I like to, you know what? Let me grab all of them. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab the collection because you guys, some of you are newer to the channel and you haven't seen all of them in sequential order. One second. One second, guys. I'm just grabbing all of them. All right. So, the very first Stacking Stormtrooper Challenge coin was this one. Check that out. And the very first one ever made, I sold for $600. This is the first one. This is the original. It was antiqued. And the very first one sold for $600. And notice this wasn't individually serialized. So I ended up cutting out little tiny pieces of paper and many versions of the current COA. And I put them in like a flip like this. And I just hand wrote the numbers in there. So the first one is this one, the antiqued coin. $600, the very first one sold for. I have the play-by-play on my channel too. That was the first one. Now the second one, guys, was really cool because I did 3 versions in varying what do you call it? Varying help me out here. Rarities. Let me get the autofocus off of this. Hold on one second, guys. All right, autofocus off. There we go. This is the first time that I did individual serialization. This was number 13. So here was, wait, you have challenge coins, says Roger S. So this was the metal one. Thank you, Roger S. And before Coach came around, the Gonk was the was like the unofficial mascot of the channel. A little robot droid with like a top hat and a mustache. All right, so there's the silver. This was the most common. There were 70 of these. Then there were 30 gold ones. And these went for a higher premium. People were going crazy for these. And then ECP, wait for it, brother. The rainbow. These rainbow ones, there were only 20 of these. And people went nuts over the rainbow ones. They're this like purplish blue, almost like an oil slick. Roger S has them. So we got this one. And there were only 20 of those. So that was the second series. Third series was this. Some of you have seen that playing card that has me. That's actually a picture of me. Pew pew. And on the reverse here, a throwback to the original design. Individually serialized, not antiqued. So this is the fourth. I know, I told him, Herbash, I told DCP he needs to do a challenge coin of Milo. Then you guys saw the fifth series, which was the same image, but I turned it into a bottle opener, so it had dual purpose. Had the teal and magenta colors, which were like the colors of my channel, individually serialized. I still had the Tyranny, the obverse there, 2020. Then you guys all saw the Stacking Shrimp, which is the newer one. This is the one that we're currently selling right now, and this is the 6th in the series, right? Is that the 6th or the 5th? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. This is the 5th in the series. So we're currently on the 5th one. The 6th one has been submitted. I'm waiting on the proof. I'm waiting on the quote, and it is entirely different than those. Entirely different. I like to continue changing them up. So yeah. Those of you that are thinking about getting your own channel rounds done, in every one of my videos, there is a signature coins coupon. You could get $50 off if you use it. Signature Coins told me that they're going to be changing my code because too many people have been using it. So I guess they're they're tired of giving that many discounts away. So you're going to have to definitely use it if you're looking to get that discount. It helps. It definitely helps offset the cost of your production run. Borderland, what is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, Borderland. I don't know how long you were here, Borderland. I was saying that the new challenge coin design has been submitted. I think you guys are going to go crazy over them. I'm actually pretty certain, and I don't want to give you any hints or clues or anything like that, but it is new. It's funny. It's not the koala burra. And like I said, and those of you that are on Instagram and everything, you're going to understand what it is. You guys are going to understand what it is. You'll like it. Trust me. Trust me. I'm excited for it. ECP and only like a few other individuals have actually seen the design. Quick, any questions for me, guys? If you, no sandwich, Borderland. Any questions for me before, because we have about 8 minutes left. And, all right, I'll give you a hint. It is not any of my art. It is not a depiction of any of my art. So there's that. Any questions for me? This is a good like Q&A time. There's 53 of you watching right now. And again, those of you that are in the audience watching and you're unable to participate in the chat, you have to be a channel member for these members-only live streams. I have one. Go ahead, Royal Stacker. I am waiting for the battle rabbit. Boxers or briefs, says ECP. ECP, you know. Come on, buddy. I'll show you later on. What do you want for Christmas, Stormy? Says Stacking Skier. Believe it or not, I don't have anything that I want. I don't have anything that I want. Do you believe in Bigfoot, says ECP? I do not believe in Bigfoot. It's a design of your cat, says Coin Brothers. Nope. Nope. Not a design of my cat. You guys will like it, though. When you see it, you guys are going to like, oh my God. Why are manhole covers round, says Ted Jones. I'm going to say because they fit in the road better that way. I have no idea. Royal Stacker says, spent all day going bank to bank trying to buy 50-cent coins. Only got $50 worth. A lot of the banks want you to bank with them. Any tips? Are you trying to do coin roll hunting? I don't do anything, Royal Stacker, in the way of coin roll hunting. ECP does. ECP does coin roll hunting, Royal Stacker. I know because of the coin shortage, some banks kind of pulled in the reins, kind of let up a little bit on the whole selling of 50-cent pieces, half dollars. So, yeah, a lot of the coin roll hunting can be tough right now, says Coin Brothers. Yeah, it's Royal Stacker. I know. Here's the other thing, Royal Stacker. On YouTube, it was like myself and Guido and maybe only a couple other channels were doing auctions for the longest period of time. Then coin roll hunting channels decided to start doing auctions because they were unable to get themselves coins to hunt for their streams. Then you saw silver pouring channels also kind of stop doing the silver pouring because they couldn't get enough silver, and they started doing auctions. So you saw a flood of all these people kind of get into the auction space. So it's been a little bit more, I should say, competitive for me, which is fine. I'm one of the originals. I would say Monkey Spaz has been doing it a long time. There's Guido who's been doing it. Big T Coins was doing it for quite some time. Too many coin roll hunter auctions and pouring channels now. Very hard to keep up, says Aloha. It's true. But yeah, time to fire up your HSN machine, says Ted Jones. I know Herbash says now everyone is doing auctions. It's the style that keeps subs, says Old Silver. Thank you. I'm a little bit probably, I would say, goofier than the majority of the individuals that are in the stacking community. You have a lot of people that are a little bit more on the serious end. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like to have a good time and goof around. I say stupid stuff all the time. I make all of you write stupid stuff within the, you know, in the chat when I'm spinning the wheel and all that stuff. But we need funny quality auctions, says ECP. That's right, brother. That's right. But yeah, as entertainment goes, you're a 10 plus, says Steve Woods. Thanks so much, pal. I appreciate it. The dark side is strong, says Bullion Bear. Yeah, now you can't really, I can't even name how, there's just so many. There's got to be at least 24 channels that are doing auctions. And, you know, I think in part 2, what happens is you see some of these auctions and how they perform. And so some of these other channels, they get the idea, you know, let me throw my hat in the ring. Maybe I can do that, you know. A lot of time and preparation, though, goes into this. I mean, you could see, you know, the quality of the product. I deliver at least a polished product. A lot of people that live stream, they kind of just go right off their device and they don't do no frills or anything like that. I like to have like the graphics and the design and a more polished look. At least I try. 85 degrees and sunny, stacking skier. Let's see. I missed it. Yes, he is. We'll be selling pours starting tomorrow. Like I said, quality items. Numismatic coin, says ECP. ECP is the authority on the numismatics when it comes to, like, between me, Guido, ECP, Silver Dragons, like the alliance of us four, I would say that ECP probably knows the most. I would say probably maybe Dragons knows second, then Guido, then myself. I know very little when it comes to numismatics, and I never claimed to know anything. That's why I got Coin Brothers. He's the Mint Mark Master. What do I call you? The Mint Mark Master? Is that what I call you? Your auctions are about the best I've seen. Others I just can't watch because there's no order to what is going on. Royal Stacker says, I found a V75 for $350. Should I buy it? That's a tough call, Royal Stacker. I think what you now have found is basically almost like the value of what that coin is going to be. I think that I was saying that the V75s are going to probably be like a $300, $350 coin and kind of just level out there. It's hard to say, because if you buy it, you're hoping that there's going to be somebody on the other end who will eventually buy it for more. So when you start getting into those higher premium items like that, Royal Stacker, you need to think about the end game and how long it's going to take you to possibly find somebody to actually sell it. Plus, to sell it to. Plus, you have to factor in any of the costs associated if you do eBay and stuff like that. So Royal Stacker, if you're doing it for yourself, for a collector piece, I would say, yeah, that's a decent price if you're going to keep it for your own collection right now. If it's something that you're looking to buy and sell for a flip, I would recommend to skip it. I would skip it. ECP agrees. Bottom dropping out. Guys, I'm going to have to go get ready for the next stream. Everybody, we're going to end this, and I will see you on the auction in about 15 minutes, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. We'll do this again most likely on the next auction.